and welcome to today's episode of LinkedIn with Louise. Today I am going to dive into a topic that I know a lot of you are really interested in, and it's something that I love supporting my clients with, and that is how to build thought leadership on LinkedIn. Why is thought leadership important? Before we dive into this, actually, I want to invite you to consider working with me on a one-to-one basis on this. I work with my VIP clients it's a really structured session. We look at your LinkedIn profile. We go through the profile together. It's like a done with you service for the first half of the VIP intensive, where we actually edit and make changes to your LinkedIn profile in real time. Then after a short break, we dive into understanding what kind of content you should be sharing on LinkedIn, how to create that content, what format that content would take, as well as understanding your strategy around how to build a network on LinkedIn that's going to lead to business, how to post, when to post, how often to post, who to connect with, how to find people to connect with, and really then building a strategy around how you're going to take people from connecting with you on LinkedIn right through to getting them onto a phone call or a Zoom call where you can hopefully sign them to work with you on your business. So that's what I cover in the LinkedIn VIP sessions. I really enjoy doing them, and my clients really enjoy it as well. One of my recent clients said that what she liked most about it was that what we covered in 3 hours would have taken her literally weeks to understand or learn how to do on her own. So it's for people who really want to get to grips with LinkedIn and don't really have time to waste or don't want to spend a long time learning what they should be doing. That sounds like it's appealing to you, then connect with me and let's hop on a call and I can talk you through how it would work for your business. Let's get into thought leadership. Why is thought leadership important on LinkedIn? I've actually got some statistics for you today for those of you that like to know some numbers around these things. Customers want to work with companies and small SMEs and service providers that they know, like, and trust. This trust can be built by demonstrating your knowledge and expertise on LinkedIn. Okay, decision makers inside companies, big or small, are spending time reading and watching content online. Well-made content that delivers a concise message has the potential to influence how people are viewing your brand, and it influences their buying behavior. Statistic time. So this comes from a piece of research by Edelman, I don't know how to pronounce this, Edelman and LinkedIn that they did together, and they've released the tail end of 2020. So if you want to go and look it up, it's Edelman and LinkedIn research piece together. And it's all about thought leadership. So just go and look in Google for it. So 49% of decision makers say that thought leadership can be effective at influencing their purchasing decisions. 49%. And 89% of decision makers say thought leadership enhances how they view a brand or organization online. So we are talking about you getting onto LinkedIn and showcasing your brand, your business through your thought leadership pieces, because the decision makers are using this to influence who they are buying products or services from. So if that is the case, why are so few people sharing thought leadership pieces on LinkedIn? Yes, it baffles me too. I have a few ideas around this from listening to you, my audience, and the clients that I'm working with. And I think there's a thing about organizations not really understanding or realizing the impact that sharing thought leadership can have on buying decisions. It's not as if you have a clear way to measure this. So if you can't measure the impact of sharing regular articles on LinkedIn in a board meeting or with your CEO, how do you show them that what you're doing is actually having an impact? Because there's no clear measurement of it. So that's one reason I think it gets pushed to the back of the to-do list. I think that a lot of my clients and a lot of you would like to share your thought leadership content on LinkedIn, but you maybe don't have the skills, knowledge, or expertise on how to do this. So let's look at what this actually could look like for you. So sharing thought leadership on LinkedIn can be in the form of writing posts, writing articles, commenting on other people's content. And that could be, the CEO of LinkedIn. It could be the sales director of a company that you admire. It could be celebrity business owners. Like I'm just thinking of random, like Richard Branson always springs to mind for people. Commenting on that kind of content or sharing that content and saying why you're sharing it. And also creating and sharing video content. What do you put in this content? Use your knowledge and expertise and experience to create content that answers your audience's key questions. So think about your target audience and potential client. What can you share with them that is going to help them or be of service to them? What do they want to learn from you? So this is not about you talking about how amazing you are. This is about you sharing content that helps your network or audience. 3 areas you could focus on are industry news, so updates, insights, and experience from working inside your industry. Product or service information. How does somebody use your product? What benefits will your services bring to them? How do your products or services impact your customers? And the third area is brand values. What does your company stand for? Do you have a mission that if you do, are your network aware of it? They're not going to know if you're not actually talking about it. Why do these things matter? There's a link, I'm not sure if you know this, but LinkedIn have lots of really great business blogs, business blog and a marketing blog I would follow regularly. And we have some statistics again from the LinkedIn business blog on marketing solutions. Okay. 47% of C-suite executives, so that's your chief financial officer, your chief operational officer, your chief executive officer, say they shared contact information after reading thought leadership. 47%. 45% of decision makers say thought leadership has compelled them to invite an organization to bid on a project they hadn't previously considered. And 57% say thought leadership directly led them to awarding business. These are high numbers, guys. 61% of C-suite executives say they're more willing to pay a premium to work with an organization that has articulated a clear vision. 61%. Okay, hopefully you're convinced. But what if you don't have time to do all of this? You're like, oh, Louise, I haven't got time to go on sharing my thought leadership on LinkedIn every day. The good news for you is that LinkedIn works differently to other social media platforms. 1 really great article a month or say 2 posts a week is all you need to do. 1 video a week. It's up to you showing up with your thought leadership and actually sharing content on LinkedIn. You've heard me say this before, puts you in the top 1% of all users on LinkedIn. Let's get in that top 1%. Okay, so 3 different ways that you could share your thought leadership on LinkedIn. Number 1, why don't you write an article? Writing an article for your LinkedIn account, yes, it takes time and effort. Yes, it does. And articles get less views than posts. That's a plain fact. However, if somebody is looking for your service and has typed into the search engine the things that they're looking for and you've written articles about it, you're going to appear in the search results. When someone is interested in working with you, they're going to look through your LinkedIn profile. Okay. On the featured section of your LinkedIn profile, you can share your article that you want to highlight. All right. So people will do their due diligence. So write an article about your expertise, sharing your expertise, and be found as a result. Use your keywords. Think about writing in terms of what your ideal reader is searching for as well. So do a little bit of work around this. I have an article written about how to write articles that people will read and share. So pop over to socialbni.com and have a look for that. It'll also be linked in the show notes for this podcast. Okay, number 2, share video content. Video marketing is such a great way to share your thought leadership. What do you make videos about? You can do a piece talking to camera, introducing yourself and your company and your services. You could do a behind the scenes of your company. Why not create a short demonstration video of how your product works? Create video for your audience. Go back to the questions you get asked about your products or services and answer those. Maybe you have an event coming up. Maybe you're hosting a webinar. Create a short video to create a buzz around the event, a short promotional video, and show people what they're going to get from attending your webinar. If you have LinkedIn Live, start using it. Start sharing live content on LinkedIn. Now, it works very differently to short form video. So uploading a video is going to be shorter. You want to make sure that you've got captions on your video. You go straight in to the content. You don't do a waffly introduction about yourself. No offense. Go straight into the content about what the video is about. Add your captions. When you upload the video, make sure you use the writing part of the post to say what your video is about to entice people to watch it. Lots of great tips about using video on LinkedIn. I do have some content about this on the website as well if you want to go and check it out. Okay. Thirdly, engage with your network. So using LinkedIn effectively is not all about you. Sharing content does show your thought leadership, absolutely. And please start doing it. But also spend time commenting on your network's posts. Okay, so you've connected with people, they've connected with you, so engage with them. Engage inside industry-based LinkedIn groups. Establishing your thought leadership is a two-way street. Interact with your network and your audience. If somebody comments on your content, respond to them. Plan your thought leadership pieces. What is your end goal here? What are you doing? Are you becoming a speaker? Are you trying to attract people to your organization? Are you trying to recruit staff? What is the purpose of this thought leadership? Don't overcomplicate it. Your network really enjoy digesting content, and you want to make it clear, accurate, shareable. You want people to share your content. By the way, if you're enjoying this podcast, please share it. Go just put the ask out there and make your content relevant. People are following you for a reason, so give them the content that they're looking for. If you would like help planning all of this stuff out, consider booking one of my LinkedIn VIP intensives. We'll get your profile sorted and we will create content and strategy that's going to work for you, building your thought leadership on LinkedIn. What about your LinkedIn company page? Perfect place to share your thought leadership. Do you have a team? Why don't you showcase your team members and their expertise? Encourage your team to contribute to your company page content. If they are writing posts, creating videos, or writing articles, share them on your company page and encourage other members of your team to share this content out into their personal networks as well. Amplify the business, the brand together. Supporting and highlighting your own employees makes your business attractive, not just to future employees who might want to come work for you, but also to the companies that share your brand values and see you as an attractive prospect to do business with. In 2020, there's been a huge surge of engagement on LinkedIn. Traffic to the platform has increased by 25%. I believe the latest statistics around numbers is 710 million. It's just growing every time I do a podcast episode. So share your expertise, knowledge, and demonstrate leadership on this platform. I love this quote. I don't know who originally said it. I'm going to try and find out. If you're not leading, you're following. Woo! Be a leader. If you'd like to discuss creating a strategy for building your thought leadership on LinkedIn, reach out. I'd love to work with you. And let's leave it there because I think that is a lot to take in today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Do let me know.